Oh, yeah. It is Grind City Wrestling, and welcome to episode 316. And when you hear the glass, you know it's your ass. I am Dustin Starr. Welcome to Grind City Wrestling. This is episode 316. Be sure to follow us at Grind City Media. Take that subscribe button to Slap City wherever you're watching, especially here on YouTube. Last week, we talked to WWE ID prospect Cappuccino Jones, and he gave us the Mount Rushmore of coffee. You have to go check it out. Of course, you can download the Grind City Media app and listen to Grind City Wrestling right there. This week, we have WWE ID prospect Super Sean Legacy. He was in the main event of Memphis Wrestling. Also, he was in the main event of WWE Evolve, but we've got a whole lot to talk about, especially after hearing from John Cena for the first time since the big heel turn at Elimination Chamber. So let's not waste any time. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing my co-host, my tag team partner, a man who needs no introduction here in Memphis, Tennessee. It's Devin Walker, baby!
Hi, good people. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm here to talk about wrestling, bro. Like I said, we're starting this show hot. And they started Raw hot, so let's start this show hot, bro. Let's talk about the Cena shit, because what I might say about the Cena stuff might surprise you. I was trying to get my words together. I've been talking a lot for the last
Be sure to
days.
follow Devin on social media at Devin_Walker2. Devin the influencer. What's new?
Nothing much, bro. Just living life. Living life, watching wrestling, watching basketball, trying to influence stuff.
Big week in Memphis with TA.
Shout out Tony Allen. Jersey retirement was a lit night.
He's in the rafters forever now.
I mean, it's in the rafters forever, and I think at this point, it was a perfect segue to go from the Tony Allen jersey retirement to the first time we saw John Cena as a heel in 20-plus years. So I was excited for it, man. Look, it was a moment I've been waiting for, both of them. So
Last week, we announced that Indy Hartwell is coming to Memphis Wrestling, former NXT Women's Champion, also former NXT Tag Team Champion. That's huge. Also, Sean Legacy one-on-one with Jack Cartwheel, and what I think could be the very best match that we will ever see inside the Wrestle Center, at least up until now. These two guys, two of the best junior heavyweights in the entire world. So get your tickets, memphiswrestling.tv, and we want to talk about the best wrestling that we watched all week.
Okay.
And I think we all know what it is already.
I think it's a easy thing to talk about the John Cena thing, right? Because the John Cena thing was so great. We hadn't seen John Cena as a heel in so long. My guy even got the ball spot covered up for this moment. We wondered on this podcast, was he going to change his music? Was he going to change his gear? What was going to change, right? John Cena swerved on the corner. Whoa, you know, he been that corner. You know what that means? You never heard that song?
I've never.
You never heard that song?
No.
I might swerve, been that corner. Whoa, whoa.
No.
Not familiar. Okay.
Sing it. Go ahead.
I just sang it. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa.
I can
all
be
that
your
talking, the tweaking, the let it go.
You got to put something into it like you do your yeet.
No.
Day one, yeet.
See, he doesn't. Jalen, he doesn't get it. It's fine. But just as we thought, just as Jello did on that song, wrestling fans might not know who I'm talking about. Swerve Strickland. I'll say Swerve Strickland.
Okay.
Just like Swerve, it's like he swerves. John Cena swerved on us, and he didn't bring out new gear. He didn't have a new song. But what he did in that ring, his music hit, John Cena sucks.
They loved it.
John Cena sucks. And he used the crowd to get his point across.
He did.
You've been saying John Cena sucks. You were telling me you loved me. Make up your mind. This is why I'm doing this. All that fake love shit is in the trash. I'm like, let's go, John. It looked like John Cena had been holding this in for 20-plus years. And I think that's what made it so real, right? It wasn't a character. It wasn't gimmicky. It's I'm John Cena, and I'm sick of y'all.
I love it. I'm going to throw
I'm John Cena, and I'm sick of y'all shit.
I'm going to throw a swerve right here, right now, because he's standing by. WWE ID prospect is joining us right here today. It's Super Sean Legacy. Sean, what's up, brother?
What up? You guys doing all right?
We're doing good. We're talking about the best wrestling that we watched all week, and I know that you are there, right? You've been to the Performance Center. You've competed in the main event of WWE Evolve. I can only imagine that this has been a topic that you guys are talking about. What the hell's going on with John Cena?
Oh, dude, I don't even know, man. But it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous to skip 25, 23 years of him being, and now he turned heel. It's nice to be able to witness that, you know, in person, you know. So, But what he said earlier with him using the crowd, I mean, they did say, or at least Cena did say, that he was going to do this, a couple of years ago. So, he was holding all of that in, and it was gorgeous. And if you would have told me like 5 or 10 years ago that John Cena was going to turn heel and he was going to talk about what he did to WWE champion Cody Rhodes at Brussels on Monday Night Raw live on Netflix, I would have thought you were crazy.
Very cool. Are you a John Cena guy, big fan growing up or whatever?
I am, man. He's actually what got me into wrestling, or I should say, got me back into wrestling. I've always been a fan of wrestling. When I was a lot younger, I was into Rey Mysterio. I didn't quite understand wrestling, but I was a smaller person, and I could relate to Rey Mysterio because he was smaller. But then when I got back to wrestling, John Cena is what got me back in.
It's funny because we've had other wrestlers on the show before, and it seems like it's kind of a reoccurring thing that Rey Mysterio is the one that got people into the business, right? It's the one that kind of captured their eye, kind of like got them into, whoa, look at that guy kind of thing. What about Rey Mysterio kind of got you in it? Because Cappuccino Zones kind of told us the same thing. Like, yo, Rey was my guy. Like Jeff Hardy was that guy too, but Rey was a part of those guys that really got me into the business. What about Rey kind of captured your eye?
I want to say that what I remember is he is probably the first smaller wrestler / high flyer that I saw. And I love the masks. I love all of his masks and stuff. And but I want to say that's what it was. It was just the first one I saw, and it was Rey Mysterio. Just so happened to be Rey Mysterio. And I loved his entrance music, and I always loved playing the video games as a kid. And one of his entrances would be like, "Who's that jumping out the sky?" And he would always
yeah.
Devin.
Dude, I used to love that. Whenever I would wrestle a trampoline, I used to always just do his entrance.
Yeah. Now, this is very cool. Jalen's got some highlights queued up, so I can tell that Rey Mysterio is your favorite wrestler just based off of some of the athletic ability that you display. There we go. Over here, Memphis Wrestling had Cappuccino Jones on last week. You guys are a tag team, main evented WWE Evolve. Check out this 450 here. Absolutely incredible.
Very Rey Mysterio-esque.
Off of the springboard. Here's a misdirection and just so lightning quick. Big drop kick, pow, right on the kisser. But really, really cool stuff. You've become one of my favorite WWE ID prospects. Don't tell Aaron Roberts, by the way.
I appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, a lot of that's definitely some Mysterio. A lot of it is definitely some AJ Styles as well. When I really, really got into wrestling, when I got outside the WWE, that's when I met AJ Styles. And man, to this day, it would be an honor. He is on the top of my list of people I would love to wrestle.
Very, very cool. Last week, you sent me a picture. I think Jalen's got it. Your eye is healing up pretty good, man.
Yes, it is.
Last week, look at this, Devin.
You caught one, bro.
Man, he was training at the Performance Center. So take us through that. First of all, take us through training at the Performance Center. How's your eye, and how the heck did that happen?
It's good, man. Things happen, bro. That's how it is. Stuff happens, but training at the PC has been unbelievable. I love working out. I love the gym. I love the WWE. I get to put that together. I get to work out in WWE, and it's unbelievable. Everybody's extremely nice too. But man, how the eye happened, just certain drills took the knee to the eye. It was an accident. Long story short, it was just nothing on purpose. But yeah, man, it's rough though.
What caught you? Was it a right hand, a boot, a knee?
It was a knee.
Ooh,
it was a knee.
Worst.
That's tough. People say wrestling's not real. Like, you show them that photo. I want to know who's the wildest person you've crossed paths with in the PC, because I watched the WWE LFG show, and they're getting trained by like the takers of the world, the bubbles of the world. Who's kind of like the wildest person you've crossed paths with since you've been at the PC?
Oh man, probably because I'm also a huge football fan, and I love the Georgia Bulldogs. But meeting Elijah Holyfield, who used
nice.
Yeah, he was a running back for the Georgia Bulldogs. So meeting him in person, like what's crazy is, You meet him in person, he is a huge human being. And the fact that on the football field, he's one of the smallest is insane. Because,
Yeah.
like, how is this man a running back? Like, he looks like he's a linebacker, a defensive tackle, and you're telling me that on the field he was like the smallest one? That is insane.
Not to
But
mention, by the way, his dad being a
yep,
world champion boxer, Evander Holyfield, who fought off Mike Tyson. Were you too young for this, Devin? Where
Oh no, I was locked in. I was tapped in.
Tyson
Shout out to the ear.
bit Holyfield's ear off, one of the most incredible things. But that is one of the names that I've been more interested in, is the Holyfield name in the WWE Performance Center.
By the way, he's 5'10". He measures at 5'10", 225.
Jeez.
yeah, dude, he looks, he's so wide. He's him being so wide, he looks 6'1". Like it's crazy. And like I said, man, the fact that he's not the biggest one on the football field is insane.
But in the wrestling world, he might be a giant, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
All right, you've got March 30th coming up, coming back to Memphis, Tennessee. You've been here a couple times. The fans absolutely love you. Have you ever wrestled Jack Cartwheel?
No, I have not. This will be the very first time one-on-one.
Coming up Sunday, March the 30th, WWE ID official match. First time ever. Super Sean Legacy going head up against Jack Cartwheel. Sometimes Devin rolls his eyes a little bit when I talk about these matchups, but seeing you work in the ring and having seen Jack Cartwheel not only in the United Wrestling Network, but then in Ring of Honor, and then also getting a little bit of love from AEW, he is absolutely outstanding. I mean, I am looking forward to this match big time.
Yeah, I am too. That match,
I only roll my eyes at his name, bro. I don't roll my eyes at the other things. His name is goofy.
Well, it's independent wrestling, so every now and then we're goofing with
His
each
name
other. Like
is
Cappuccino
Goofy.
Jones. What about that name?
Also a goofy name.
But he gets the job done. Regardless of the name, I think these guys are going to be flying all over the place. You talk about Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles.
yeah.
I don't want to set the bar too high, but I'm setting the bar pretty high for this matchup. How have you prepared for this, or have you been like salivating at the opportunity?
Oh, bro, I've, the moment I was told about it, it's lit. Jack Cartwheel is definitely one of them where he's been training at the PC and he has slowly been getting better. He has been busted, dude. I love, not only do I love training at the PC, but I love seeing some of the other guys train at the PC because I'll watch them. There's some of them I can definitely see a difference that's getting better. Cartwheel is definitely.
Wrapping things up with Super Sean Legacy. I know that you got that nickname Super probably because of how you perform inside the squared circle, but I would imagine that you're a superhero fan.
I am. I'm a big superhero fan. I'm also a big anime guy too. So the show called One Piece, and Frankie was in like the pose and super. So
Devin's nodding his head. You're speaking his
yeah,
language now.
Yeah. Shout out to One Piece, man. I'm a Dragon Ball Z guy, so I rock with you.
Yep, I feel that.
So real quick, before we let you go, give us your Mount Rushmore of superheroes. And I'm interested in this because I'm kind of a DC fan, but over the years I've become, a little bit more of a Marvel fan because of all the movies. What is Super Sean Legacy's Mount Rushmore of superheroes?
Oh God. Well, I'm gonna say Spider-Man because that was always my favorite. I'm gonna have to put him on. I'm gonna have to put Spider-Man. Oh God, there's so many of them, dude. Let's do just the first four right now. That's popping in my head. We'll do Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and
All Marvel.
Let's do Daredevil.
Shout out.
There you go. There's your four, and they're all Marvel. How about that?
Yeah. I'm a big Marvel guy. Don't get me wrong. I love me some, but I'm a big Marvel guy.
All right, Sean, we're going to be watching WWE Evolve every Wednesday at 7 Central Time on Tubi. Is there anything you want to leave us here before we see you on March 30th here in Memphis?
Man, just everybody keep showing love, keep showing support, especially with WWE Evolve, man, because that show is going to be good, and I just can't wait to show everyone why Legacy will always be super.
Big news since we talked to Cappuccino Jones. It has been announced that the WWE ID Championship tournaments are going to start on WrestleMania weekend in Las Vegas. Not sure if Memphis is going to get any of those matches, but I'm pretty sure we will get some tournament matches. But it's interesting that it's starting out at WrestleMania weekend in Vegas. Are you going to be out there for that?
I am indeed. I will be there.
Super. All right. Thank you so much, Sean Legacy.
Thank you.
WWE ID prospect Sean Legacy. Very interesting top 5 there as far as his Mount Rushmore. Man, any Mount Rushmore that I have for superheroes, it's got to be like anchored by Superman and Batman, right, Devin?
No.
No?
Those are like Batman's the most overrated superhero of all time.
Spider-Man was,
Batman's the most overrated superhero of all time.
Spider-Man to be the first one mentioned,
people.
though. That's solid.
Spider-Man's not bad, but I still think Batman's overrated. He's a fraud. He beats up people for no reason.
Get out of here. All right,
What a fraudulent.
Big shout out to Super Sean Legacy for joining us. Now let's get back to the best wrestling that we watched all week. I don't even think we have to ask that question. Devin's already started.
Yeah, I started. I was in my bag, too. I feel like I was cooking.
All of us grew up being a John Cena fan.
No. Okay, put it.
Well,
don't say all of us.
Okay, and those of you who didn't grow up a John Cena fan, Devin, then the reason is because he would win, and he would win, and he would win, and he would win again, and he would win some more, and nobody could beat him because he beat all your favorites time after time after time after time. John Cena beat everybody. That's why you guys don't like him.
With the 5 moves of death.
Doesn't matter how many moves of death. He literally beat everybody, and I love that he talked about that in his promo. And the stupid joke that you guys have been telling all these years that I never tell about not being able to see John Cena. Oh, he took a picture by himself, it looks like. Stupid. But for John Cena to go out there and what did he say? That these kids are toxic?
These kids are toxic. And they cut to this like poor little kid. He's like,
they freaking slayed this kid.
yeah, poor little kid, man.
He looked like he was gonna cry.
That kid's gonna live forever though in infamy because they cut the camera to him. He was just like, but no, John Cena. I think, like I said beforehand, that promo, it sounded like he had been waiting to get all this off his chest. You know, someone who's been just building up frustration, and you finally poke them enough where they just explode. I think that's what that promo was.
He was so clear and concise. It's almost like when I'm getting onto my 4-year-old. I have to be very specific and direct. I can't confuse him. So, for instance, the other day we're looking for some bait in the shop. You know, we're gonna go fishing outside or whatever. And my oldest son says, "Man, these hooks stink." And then my 4-year-old was like, "Whew, I can smell them." He didn't know. You know what I'm saying? You have to explain like very the simplest form, I guess. And the way Cena just gave it to the fans was almost like he was talking to a 4-year-old.
And I love it. And that was the best part, right? And then
it was so good.
Even when Cody came out and kind of like he called him son or he called him like boy or something, he was like, I'm not so and so. I'm the WWE champion. And I'm like, Cody, shut up.
Now hold on a second.
That's funny, but no, the whole thing was amazing. I think for me more so too is the thing. This is the part I want to clip is is the crowd, right? The difference in the overseas crowd and an American crowd is probably 1,000 miles, right? The crowds in America, right? We have a tendency. It's fun, it's electric, but when they go to Brussels, when they go to Saudi Arabia, when they make these trips overseas across the pond, as they would say, they're electric, bro.
They don't get this all the time.
There's nothing more electric than an overseas wrestling crowd.
Memphis gets WWE 2, sometimes even 3 times a year, but at least 2 times a year. These guys never get it.
There was the first ever live show in Brussels, and they made it feel like the first ever live show in Brussels.
It was awesome.
From the first second of John Cena's music hitting to the last match, it was they created a Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes.
I love it.
I'm like, bro, these overseas fans are killing it. They were chanting with Penta. They were chanting when Jey Uso, he's over his head.
By the way, Penta's walk-off interviews are some of my favorite in the business right now.
Okay, I'm confused. Respectfully.
You don't like them?
Respectfully. I don't need to hear Penta talk.
Brother, when he rolls out of the ring fresh off of a victory, he just seems to connect with the people with the very unscripted.
He's not speaking English.
It doesn't matter. He's like, It's great. They don't do that with any other character.
What's great about him not speaking English?
He's connected with the fans in a different way. All right, so the best wrestling that you watched all week, I truly believe that he's connected with the fans in a different way. The only catchphrase he has is "Hello, Meadow." Everything
that's the only
else,
one he says in English.
but everything else, he just, it's almost like it's off the cuff, and it works because he doesn't speak that great of English. And the people are like connecting with him. And he even mispronounced Intercontinental Championship, and the people were still with him.
I need him to get a manager, bro. I need somebody to talk for him.
But I'm just saying he connects.
I love Penta, but I can't be having my dog out here trying to talk.
Best wrestling that you watched all week. Don't go putting what's the guy from AEW that was with him all that time? Don't put him with him.
Oh, the little guy in the suit. No, don't put him with
Yeah,
Penta.
I like him, nice guy, but don't do that.
I just need him to have a mouthpiece, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Penta to death. But
Best wrestling you watched all week was John Cena.
for sure.
Best wrestling I watched all week is Cody Rhodes. When Cody came out, first of all, when that music hit, the place went nuts. And they all sang it. They all cheered. I never for 1 second felt like that Cody was smaller than John Cena. John Cena is one of the biggest superstars in the history of professional wrestling and arguably in the world. Probably it depends on who you ask, but he is a very, very popular figure, right? For Cody Rhodes to stand in the same ring and go toe-to-toe on a microphone with the WWE guy. So the old face of the WWE and the new face of the WWE. And one of the most encouraging things is that Cody stood across from him and cut a scathing promo. He looked like $1 million while he was doing it, and he literally put John Cena in his place.
I love it.
For now.
For now, he didn't back down. I loved it too. I loved it. It was great. It was dope. At that moment, it was
He
just
looked
dope
like
in
the
general.
WWE champion at that point.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think anytime he put that suit on, I mean, other than that whack ass neck tattoo, I think he looks great. But yeah,
It's working for him, though.
that neck tattoo.
It's working
come on,
for
bro.
him.
Let's not.
But yeah, I would say the best wrestling that I
tattoo.
watched all week is Cody Rhodes literally standing across from the greatest to do it. And I feel like that John Cena usually he can carve some people up on the microphone.
Oh yeah, he usually kills. He destroys
and I'm
people.
sure he's going to.
Yeah, at some point.
But I think that Cody belongs.
Yeah, he stood tall. For me, my consolation, and I'm still confused about this, to an extent, is because the reaction to after they did it is the Street Profits winning the tag team titles. I predicted this, by the way, on the show. I said that you have to find a way to. I was like, there's no way that they can't lose the DIY or whoever they faced again, right?
Yeah. Nice little run for DIY though.
My only confusing thing with this Street Profits run, because I love the heel run for Street Profits, they were in the crowd and celebrated.
They're heels.
You're the heel.
Yeah.
Why
I
are
don't
you
know.
celebrating with the fans?
It's almost like they need a reset for the Street Profits, and maybe winning the tag team titles is kind of a reset. Because I agree with you.
All the vignettes have been like in black and white,
Very
like,
heelish.
very heelish, dressing in all black.
Yeah.
Like we're not celebrating. Like we're not doing all that. Like you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think this is
liked it.
I think this is the final run too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think this is the final run for the Street Profits as a tag team, because I think whatever happens after this,
I think Montez.
it's
We're gonna look up in 5 years and Montez is gonna be a world champion. I've said this before on the show. He's the Black Shawn Michaels. He is gonna be a superstar. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna look into the camera, and y'all remember this. Y'all remember this fact when I say this. Montez Ford is going to be a future world champion. He is the Black Shawn Michaels. Stamp that. You heard it here first on Grind City Wrestling.
are you looking in the right camera there?
Right,
Devin? Where's it at?
There you go.
Oh, yeah, all
That's
right.
what am I looking at? I
Let's
don't know
do it
which camera
again.
I'm looking at, but you get the point. Montez Ford is the Black Shawn Michaels, future world champion. 5 years, he'll be a world champ. Stamp that.
Stamp that. All
Stamp
right.
that.
Running long on time here today. Is there anything else we missed? You want to talk any AEW at all?
I mean, no. The only pet like the okay. All right. I guess we could talk about this. Swerve's in the ring, ending the show. Blah 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 blah. Moxley comes out of nowhere. Pow! Cracks him with a crowbar in the leg. You know what I'm saying? He leaves the building. He also the stomp was pretty. The stomp was kind of homage to Seth Rollins, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this very firmly, Dustin 5-star. I am officially out on Jon Moxley. Is that bad? I'm just like the lunatic gimmick is like gotten too old, you know? Like you've been a lunatic for about 15 years now, bro.
Yeah.
Have you not gotten your meds? Like,
Is it like Jericho? Because now Jericho's just like another dude now.
I mean, I don't think it's like Jericho, but I think
I hate the belt in the briefcase. I want to see the belt.
Yeah.
You got to show me the belt. You won the belt. It's a trophy. I know that you've taken it from AEW so you could protect it and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
it's trapped away into this briefcase. That's cool, but like
the lunatic gimmick is I think it's just because he's always like walking around like he's about to crash
his pre-tapes are good though.
His what?
His pre-tapes, those pre-tape
His
promos
pre-tapes
with
are
all
good,
the
but,
cutaways and stuff are really
he's
good.
like always like walking around like a deranged like crackhead or something. Like, bro, like you've been a lunatic for like 15 years, bro. I get it. Like, I'm just out on Mox.
And you like Swerve, so Swerve should win the title.
I do like Swerve.
So two-time champ.
Swerve in that corner. Whoa. We gotta put you on game, man. Come on, man.
Hit some of that. All right, so wrapping things up here. Got a lot coming up here for Memphis Wrestling. Sunday, March the 30th. Indy Hartwell is coming to Memphis Wrestling. I would say go out of your way to look at HOG Wrestling, Hog Wrestling. It has Mercedes Moné one-on-one with Indy Hartwell. It was really, really good.
I thought you said something else.
HOG.
I thought you said something.
I don't even want to talk about it. Sunday,
You know
March
exactly
30th.
what I was go- you know
Indy
exactly what I was
Hartwell
gonna
is
say.
in action live in Memphis. You can meet her. Plus, we've got WWE official ID match. Sean Legacy going one-on-one with Jack Cartwheel. Also, Jackson Drake is coming to town to go one-on-one against Aaron Roberts. That's another WWE ID official match. And then Saturday, April 12th, Simmons Bank, Liberty Stadium. It's Wrestling Day with the Memphis Showboats. Get those tickets at memphiswrestling.tv. And then Saturday, April 26th, Wrestling Night at Dickey Stevens Park in Little Rock, Arkansas with the Arkansas Travelers. Devin, what do you have going on this week?
You know what I really wanted to say it. I'm not gonna say it on this podcast.
Go right ahead.
But what I got going this week, I've purchased WWE 2K25.
Oh,
Just like you know, I've been firing that up, getting some matches in. That game is amazing. So I'll probably dive into the showcase mode. As you know, the showcase mode for this year is all about the bloodline. It's all about the different
Right.
the different levels of the bloodline, from Yokozuna, from the Wild Samoans to like the whole lineage. So you get to play as the whole Samoan lineage on the game, and you work your way up to being Roman Reigns, right? So I'm gonna dive into showcase mode.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, who do you start with?
So I clicked the mode and I did the first match you do is WrestleMania Cody versus Roman.
Oh,
And then it's Roman versus somebody, and you have to use John Cena to do an attitude adjustment on somebody else. I failed it like 5 times in a row.
oh my
But
gosh.
the first match is something I haven't really started it, but I watched like the little vignette they do like with Paul Heyman, like kind of like doing the background work for every single match.
Right.
It sets up every situation. So I'll have another update next week when I start the showcase mode.
It's like Grand Theft Auto for WWE,
yeah, it's amazing.
like missions.
I've been doing that, and then I've been playing some matches, some regular play now matches. There's a new mode on WWE 2K25 called The Island. For the people that play video games, it's an open world. Create your character. You can play matches with your friends.
Like Fortnite.
It's kind of, not like Fortnite. More like I would say 2K25, NBA 2K25, but you don't play that game, so you don't know what I'm talking about. Jalen knows what I'm talking
I know
about.
all about it though.
But yeah, I would give
I know
WWE
something
2K25 a 5-star rating.
5-star rating.
And this
oh
is why.
yeah.
Before we get out of here, this is why. On this game, you get to be a WWE producer as a kind of like a camera guy, right? When you play these matches 5-star, when your entrance happens, you get to
ridiculous.
change the camera angles.
What?
Like, let's say you can go like hard cam, you can go like cinematic cam, you
Man.
can go crowd cam.
Just sign up for the Wrestle Center and come learn it for real.
Yeah, that's not as fun. Like, you don't get to yeet at the Wrestle Center. But yeah,
Says who?
you don't get to yeet. Bro.
Says who?
You don't get to yeet at the Wrestle Center.
All right, we're running long on time. Devin, anything else other than 2K25?
I got nothing else. 2K25, I've been playing that.
Give your handle so they can beat you.
Don't DM Walker 55. Don't come play me. I don't like to play against other because I'm not like serious about it. I'm like playing it for fun. Like, don't come at me trying to be serious about this game. If you want, unless you want to play like jokingly. But yeah, DM Walker 55 is my PSN. Pull up on me. Dustin, I'm gonna try to get Dustin on the game. Trying to get him to run a tournament at the Wrestle Center. at
Oh,
some
now we
point.
can do that.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm locked.
We
in.
can totally do that. Who do we talk to about that?
bro, just buy the game and start a tournament.
We can
at the
definitely do
Wrestle
that.
Center.
All right, running long on time. I am Dustin Starr. He's Devin Walker, baby. And for Super Sean Legacy, this has been Grind City Wrestling. So long, everybody.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa. And hold tight and no tweaking. Let it go.
Yeet.